Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. Higher wealth to move like this, you gotta put your pride up on yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow box. And the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
Welcome. All right. You take your name down. Somebody just left me a message in the chat. Hey, this your girl Jazzy. Another episode. Sunday night. Let's see. At LT7Y90TP. All right, I got it. So how's everybody doing? This lovely, oh boy, this computer. Sunday night, it's your girl Jazzy. Oh boy, I had a good time Sunday night. I can't believe I was streaming most of the night. I don't think I got out of here until like, 3 in the morning. Guess that's the good part when it's your studio. So how's everybody doing? I guess everybody's good. I'm good. Well, I guess we need to pray for our president. All those that don't got a problem with him, I guess you wouldn't mind sending one up for him if you don't have a problem with him. Yeah, there's some kind of report going around. I don't know how true it is. I seen 2 news reports. I'm not inclined to say what is, but whatever it is, there's something supposedly major going on with the guy. Health concern. One was a real negative, if that's what really happened, and the other one is just an health situation where if you don't, take care of yourself, you run too hard or whatever the case may be, then that type of situation could come upon you. But whatever it is, at the end of the day, he's a being, no matter how anybody feels about him, he is the commander in chief of this country, and he also is the person that was elected to that position, which we call president. So, word of silence for the guy. And a prayer, if you will. I have no idea what kind of people come across my videos or streaming with me or watching me, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and he's still who he is, and he still have the authority of the position that he holds. So for whatever it's worth, I hope the guy comes out of it and is back on his feet in no time. Because if not, in the meantime, y'all know what it means. JD, if that's his initials, JD Vance, that's will be your acting president. So, you know, excuse me, I hope President Trump, Donald Trump, has the ability to, he seems to be a tough cookie. I hope he has the ability to overcome. So that with that being said, let's move on into the episode. I got a good one for tonight. It's episode 23 and it's titled Believe in Yourself, the Power of I Am. Y'all know that's my favorite saying. I am that I am. I definitely am that I am. I don't know what happened with TikTok tonight. You know, TikTok is funny. You know, 1 minute you can stream from the streaming site, 1 minute you cannot. I guess they like for you to stream from your computer, if you will. I mean, not your computer, your cell phone. I'm not one big on wanting to stream from my cell phone, but you know, at the end of the day, oh boy, at the end of the day, I uh not big on streaming from cell phones. I be too busy out there. I'm not one. I'm not trying to. I'm have people following me wherever I go. I mean, I really don't think it's time for that right now. I have too much going on for a cell phone to be following me. But I guess when it gets to that level, then we will. But back to believe in yourself, man. You have to believe in yourself no matter what the situation or the circumstance is regarding you and about you. You know, this episode, excuse me, is spiritual and it's a cultural call to arms, you know, to arms for self belief. Self belief as a sacred act of resistance and restoration. Believe in yourself, the power of I am. Y'all know that scripture. If anybody is a Bible scholar, Bible thumper, it don't matter. If you know the Bible, Exodus 3 and 14, I am that I am. You know, before they named me, my higher self, my God, claimed me. That's right. Before they doubted me, my higher self defended me. I am not what they called me. No, I am not. And you know they could call us some type of names when, you know, we are a threat or they see a potential threat or the ability in us. And I am not what they forgot to see. I am the echo of every person who taught me not to fold. You know, those gangsters that raised me, okay? Some of those, I guess you could say, because I don't even want to say that because I really wasn't raised up in the church. So it's not fair for me to say some of them church mothers. I mean, along the way, after I got to college and I started participating in that realm, you know, there was mothers or whatever. I guess whatever they taught me is fair to say, taught me not to fold. I am the fire that they couldn't put out. And you also should be the fire that they can't put out. See, I am because my higher self says I am. That is my God. That is within me. I am that I am says that I am. Let me drop a little legacy on you, if I will. See, the streets raised me. Yeah, part of me, you know how I think it's a saying, you have your, let me see, your bachelor's. I'm not even going to say it because it's not coming to me correctly, but something about you got your bachelor's in the street and your PhD in college or whatever the case may be. Well, however it goes, I have just to say that the same. I got my college education and I have my street education, and that's a dynamic duo on board of this brain when you combine the both of them. But the reality of it is the streets raised me. Yes, it did. Harlem taught me how to hustle. That's right. Harlem taught me how to hustle. It was there in Harlem where I was raised amongst those gangsters, where I was taught how to make a dollar, if you will, out of 15 cents. So the business aspect of me was put in place in the very beginning. I am that I am. The Bronx taught me backbone, though. You know, we lived in the Bronx and we owned businesses in Harlem, and my bulk of my time was in Harlem. I went to school in Harlem. So the Harlem taught me hustle, and the Bronx taught me my backbone. Absolutely. It taught me my backbone. Look like my things moved around here. Where's absolutely? Yes, they did move around. Absolutely. And what do you know? Florida taught me faith. It was in the year 2000. No, not, that's not true. Not the year 2000. 1999 going on. The year 2000. Oh, okay, that's right. I thought I was saying year 2020. But the year 2000 is when I came along in faith in Florida. Oh boy, what we got going on, the tongue tied twister tonight. I came along in Florida, taught me faith. It was here where my foundation grew even more in faith, if you will, here in Florida. But in the Bronx and up north, I was raised by concrete and conviction. Oh boy, what a life to have endured. And it's not necessary for me to go through some of the things I endured, but I am that I am because of where I was raised and brought up, and who raised me, and what foundation that was laid for me. See, I learned to speak loud. Oh yeah. And not only in reality loud, but in what I speak, whether I whisper it, it's loud. You know, the antics, if you will. Because silence for me was survival. Oh yeah. Silence growing up in the city was survival. See, I am that I am, and you are because you are. See, I believed in me when nobody else did. And that's the place where I believe the foundations takes a solid hold within itself regarding who you are and who you believe yourself to be and who you know that you are. Is that when you begin to believe when everybody else doesn't, or nobody else does, or it doesn't appear that anybody else does, from their behaviors, their actions toward you. But that's where your foundations, I believe, takes a strong hold and the grip on you, that you stand strong in the belief that you know who you are, and you stand on who you are, and you believe in yourself without a shadow of a doubt. And that in all reality, nothing really can shake you. And see, in that belief, it became my brand. That's right. Jazzy Wanda, Pastor Wanda, Sister Wanda, but Jazzy Wanda. It became my brand. It became my ministry, and it became my movement. That's right. That's right. I remember growing up in Harlem. Oh, wow. Do I remember a gangster's daughter? Skinny, pretty yellow girl. Skinny, pretty yellow girl. And the funny part about that skinniness, it was the very thing that blocked early on in my childhood that ability to believe in myself, if I will just be honest about it. It was that character flaw, not character, it was that embodiment flaw that I felt because of being thin. All the other girls was thick thighed, big booty, big breasts as teenagers, and even as little young girls, if you will. They had a little bit of more meat on their body than I did. I was fragile, but one thing about me, I was bold. And I believe that my boldness outweighed my fragile and skinniness. See, growing up in the fast lane, I had nothing but a dream and a prayer. If I knew what a prayer was, but let's put it like this, I had nothing but a dream and some deep thoughts. And that was enough. That's right. That was enough for me because I knew that there was potential and I knew that there was greatness within inside of me. I knew that I had abilities to do whatever it is that I so desired to do. And from a young age, I began and started to do those things. And woo, although I don't know who they is, but one would believe that they is those situations and circumstances that I encountered on a trauma and tragedy level in my life. Although they tried to bury me, that is how I acquired my sanctified scars. And the day is the situations and the circumstances that I endured. Because let me tell you something, those sanctified scars started very early. Like I have said in some of my past videos, I believe my first major tragic incident that I consider tragic was running into one of those stone walls. Because back in the day, in the development where my grandmother lived, it was called Delanore Village, if I'm not mistaken, on 39th and 40th in Lenox Avenue. And it wasn't no cheap place. It was one of the epsilon places that the black people in Harlem had the ability to live in. Just know anybody could live in there. My grandmother was of a middle class, higher upper level, if you will. She had a good job, and so she was able to afford that type of place. But those walls wasn't the walls that you could put your hand through. And I busted my head open, and I believe it was my first encounter of having to be swaddled in a swaddle and strapped down so that they could give me stitches. So we talking about in the early 60s. So technology, meds wasn't as developed as they are today. So they had to shoot me in the head, in the face, or wherever. I think it was in my face. My eyebrow had got ripped open, what if you will. So the pain was more than what if you go to the hospital now, they'll numb you up before they start to stitch you or what have you. But my scars started very early on. My trauma, that was the beginning. Then the hair caught on fire, then hitting the face with the bottle, and then the sexual abuses. So I call them sanctified scars because I believe that the trauma and the trials and the tribulations that I've been through is what helped rounded me in the boldness and the giant queen, if you will. Sanctified scars. They tried to bury me. They tried to bury me in doubt. But see, my God, my higher self planted me in purpose. All that I endured and all that I've been through, I knew I am that there was a purpose for me. So every scar is a good story, if you will. Every scar could even be a sermon, if you will. But every setback, y'all already know, was a setup. Was definitely a setup. What's going on in chat? Nothing going on in chat. So I believed and I boomed. That's right. You should believe. And trust me, if you believe in yourself and you believe in the purpose and you believe in the dreams and the goals that you have set forth for yourself and you believe, you too will boom. I've been overlooked. Oh boy, that's a story all in itself. I've been overlooked, underestimated, and counted out. But I never counted myself out. You let them do the counting out. When you know who you are, when you believe in who you are, it's no matter if they underestimate you, it's no matter if they overlook you or try to count you out. They can't count out. They can't underestimate. They can't overlook what God has put in place. What higher self knows that they're capable of. That's the difference. So, with the trying to count me out and the underestimating me and the overlooking me, but I didn't allow myself to be counted out, underestimated, and overlooked. That's the difference. That's the difference, which in turn built my faith. That's right, built that fireproof faith, my confidence, my solid gold confidence. So, see, my confidence met my calling. That's right. My confidence met my calling. And see, my confidence isn't loud, it's rooted. It's built in the quiet and in my thought patterns. In the mirror, when you tell yourself, I am enough. Yeah, see, you got to get in that mirror sometime and talk to yourself. Talk to who you know that you know that you know that you are. You don't need permission to be powerful. You are powerful. I am powerful. And you don't need applause to be anointed. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Absolutely. But here's how to build your belief. That mirror, oh boy. You know how you look in that mirror. You look in that mirror and believe what you see and know that you're capable of. Speak life over yourself. Speak life over yourself daily. I am that I am. That I'm great. There's a few affirmations that I say every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, and 3 times a day. Because I believe in me. And I will not let the cares of the world and the situations and the circumstances that the world got going on and people acting chaotic and crazy affect who I am. The state of the economy affect who I am. I speak life over myself daily. You should speak life over yourself. None of that negative, none of that I can't, I won't, I will, I'll try, maybe. No, Speak life. Declare declarations over your life. That's right. Write your affirmations like declarations, like they already happen or they already are, and which they already are. You have to stand on what's already inside of you and believe in it. And if you haven't pulled it out, if you already part of that, is the daily affirmations. You know, all you ones that put on the makeup and what have you while you putting on that makeup, talk to yourself. Speak life into yourself for that day. You know, we quick to want to give it all to God when God is within. He wants you to understand that I am that I am. You are that you are. Created in the likeness and the image of something great. You know, no matter what you're going through, don't let your mind beat you down. Don't let your thoughts beat you down. Don't let your situations and your circumstances that may not be of a positive effect beat you down. Speak life over those things that are burdensome. Stand your ground. Hold your head high. Walk with your shoulders up and your chest out. Talk to yourself like your purpose depends on it, because it does. It absolutely does. That part. It absolutely does. You have to talk to yourself like your purpose depends upon it. Because if nobody else tells you that they love you, you tell you that you love you. If nobody else tells you that you great, you tell you that you great. If nobody else tells you that you awesome, you tell you that you awesome. If nobody else tells you that you're going to make it, you tell yourself that. Have that conversation with yourself. Surround yourself with people who see your light. That's right. Not just your labor, but that they see your light. One thing you got to do is believe. Mm-mm-mm. And you got to believe loudly. Don't whisper your worth. No, don't whisper your worth. Don't tiptoe around the truth. Believe loudly, because your legacy depends upon it, because your healing demands it, and because your story deserves it. That's right. Believe in yourself. The power of I am. Oh boy, if you only knew the power you possess, you could manifest any and everything. It's almost like, you know that saying, if you have faith as the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Well, guess what? You absolutely can, if you just believe in yourself. You are the echo of every I am. Of every I am that came before you. Just think about that. Okay? Wherever your teachings came from. And I'm talking about the teachings that help solidify the foundation of who you are. The great person that you are. The lovable person that you are. The powerful person that you are. Guess what? You are the answer. You are a lot of people's answer. There's, I don't even know how to put this one on you, but there's a surmountable amount of souls that will come past you, through you, around you, before you. And you are their answer. Your story, your life, your powerful being. You are the answer. You are the fireproof, faith-filled legacy building voice. That's right. Hey, welcome, Chiquita. If I'm saying it right, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So believe in yourself. Believe in yourself so heartily, oh, boldly, loudly, unapologetically. Believe in who you know you are. Stand firm, 10 toes down. No matter how they conduct themselves, no matter how they treat you, you know who you are. I am that I am. That's what you tell them. I am that I am. And get up on out of my face. Praise God. Oh God. No, we don't have to conduct ourselves unseemly because we know that we great and we believe in ourselves, because some people haven't arrived yet. Some people haven't gotten to a place where they believe in themselves. So because you believe in yourself and you know who you are and you confident in who you are, you gotta think you this and think you that in their eyesight. But it's all good. Let them be them and let them do them while you do you and you stand on who you know you are, because you are great, you are bold, you are powerful. And so I gotta say it again. Believe in yourself boldly, loudly, and unapologetically. Listen, I could imagine the level of how they thought about me, but it was what it was. And sometimes in this day and time, it still is what it is. But if you ask me if I care, absolutely not. Okay? I have no time to be worried about what somebody thinks or feels about me. If I know that I'm conducting myself in a manner that's worthy of who I am, I'm not stepping on nobody, stepping over nobody, and doing any harm to anybody, then let them think what they want to think. But while they thinking indifferent, that you are great. Believe in yourself when nobody else will. Stand firm. Remember your affirmations. Speak life over yourself daily. And I'm talking about speak life over you. Not giving away your energy, but building your energy within yourself up. Speaking to that mirror, to that beautiful person that you see, that you looking at on the other side, looking back at you, and speak life to it. Her, him, or whatever you choose to identify yourself as, because that's where we at in this day and time. But for me, I am Queen Wanda. Guess what? You have been tuning into Let's Talk with Jazzy. Hey, I enjoyed tonight. If you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe. I'm on Tuesdays, Sundays, and Fridays. And who knows? When it's your spot, you can come jump on anytime. If I get the feeling my Cheerios, maybe I will start coming on in between those days. But right now it's Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday nights. Hey, stay tuned and be blessed till next time. Make sure you subscribe. Again, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok when they let me go live. TikTok is, oh boy, TikTok. TikTok is YouTube, Twitch, Travo, Kick. Oh boy, we're on all the multiple streams and I'm excited about it. You know, my God is doing a new thing in my life and I am that I am because I believe in myself. This episode is titled Believe in Yourself, the Power of I Am. Stay tuned. Be blessed until next time.
Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify. For what they saying, I just look them deep into their eyes. Going against the God in me, now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Yeah, what you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow Box. And the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
You are worthy of infinite abundance. You are a beacon of confidence. You deserve success and happiness. And everything you desire is flowing to you now. Believe in yourself. You are that you are. I am that I am. Stay tuned. Be blessed until next time.
Yeah.